Well, hi there everyone. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Velmore. Today we're going to be making a seafood stew called Sword Coast Seafood Bouillabaisse. And I'm excited because I love seafood. So let's get started. So for this I'm going to cut up onion, garlic, leek, parsley, and zest the orange. I'm also going to grind up some fennel and crush some saffron. For the seafood part of it, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use clams, mussels, swordfish, and tilapia. So I'm going to cook up the onion, bay leaves, and some salt. Now that that's softened up a bit, I'm going to add the garlic, the leek, and my seasoning mixture of fennel, red pepper flakes, and saffron. I'm going to add some tomato paste. Now I'm going to add the wine and let that simmer for just a minute. Now I'm going to add fish stock, tomatoes, and the orange zest. And I'm going to let that simmer. So if you're playing one of the official D&D adventures of 5e, you are most likely on or very close to the Sword Coast. Geographically, it's split into two, the Sword Coast and the Sword Coast North. The cities and towns of both regions are allied very closely under the Lords of Lions. The big cities would be Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter, Waterdeep. So it's very likely any of your characters would have eaten this. I figure the seafood changes based on region and availability and season, but I'm sure there's some form of this seafood stew in every, even small village. Now I'm going to add the anise flavored liqueur. Now I'm just going to add the clams in. And those are going to simmer for a bit. So after simmering for a few minutes, I'm going to put in the fish. Because I am using two different fish of two different thickness, I'm going to put in the thicker one first for a couple minutes, and then I'll add the thinner one in. Now for the rest of the fish and the mussels. And now I'm going to cover that, let those cook for a few minutes. Now that those are cooked up nicely, it's time to serve. So I realized a little too late in the process that the recipe only called for the light green parts of the leek, not the whole leek. Now that doesn't really affect the flavor of it all, just the texture of the broth. And let me just say, the broth was wonderful. A little bit of spiciness and the flavor of the fennel and the anise coming through, giving it just a hint of sweetness with that wonderful herbal flavor that they provide. Make the broth, put in your favorite seafood, and have a blast. And I hope you enjoy. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at chef_Velmore. Links in the description below. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Come on back next week for another recipe.